is your first time here, my name is Fidel. Welcome to my channel. I talk about godly living with a purpose and all things godly. Do let me know in the comment section about other topics that you would like me to tackle and we'll get cracking on them. Alright, awesome. So I came across a really interesting story about Chris Tucker, and Chris Tucker has always been kind of like one of my favorite comedians since watching Rush Hour, and I was really surprised when I heard that he turned down $10 million to do the sequel to Friday. It's really interesting because he's actually a Christian. Sometimes it does surprise me when I come across actors who say they're Christians, and you hear them kind of on the extreme side when they're kind of like saying a lot of cuss words or vulgar words or a lot of, he's sort of like borderline. He's not extreme, but he does see himself as someone who is a Christian, and the whole raunchy comedy thing is just not really his kind of vibe or tone. So was I shocked or surprised when I heard him saying that he turned down Friday, the sequel, turned out $10 million? But this was like back in the 90s, you need to understand that, okay? And this was way before Rush Hour, all right? So Ice Cube reached out to him and was like, yo, we're thinking of doing Friday, second Friday. He was like, nah, I don't really want to do it because he doesn't want, his character was kind of a little crazy. He was smoking weed and things like that and doing a lot of cussing, and he was like, he doesn't want people smoking weed and things like that. And look, if you all think that what you portray on TV doesn't have a lot of influence in popular culture and what's going on around you, you better start thinking again, because you have no idea. Okay, I'm from the industry, so I know very well. So I think it was a good move on his part, because you know what, hey, anybody's willing to take 10 million. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Okay, it takes somebody who really knows where they stand to say no to 10 million. To be a Christian and to be in the industry, it's not easy. I was in a similar situation where I was present with him. I was in a TV show. It was more like a idol's version of acting, and I had a really big problem with kissing a girl, like kissing a stranger, and I was like, ooh, it's a little crazy for me. Okay, it was just like, yo, considering the fact that it was probably going to be my first time kissing a girl, so I understand what it's like being that type of situation. And so I've got a lot of respect for Chris Tucker, okay, for taking that stand, and because it really shows that you can be a man of faith and you can be in an industry like that, and you can do a lot of things. Nowadays, Chris Tucker is doing more of your typical kind of clean comedy. So he's a Christian actor. He turned down $10 million paycheck because of the movie's content. And what does that say, and what do we learn from that? It's good to have values because they become a guideline for you. And I'm of the belief or understanding that if you don't know what you value, you're not going to know what you want, because what we want is based on what we value as well. And that's really, really important when you're dating or when you're thinking about relationships and you're a Christian, you're a person of faith as well. It's good to have faith aspirations, but it's good to have realistic faith aspirations guided by Christian values and what you value. If you value not engaging in sexual relations before marriage, then it's important to value that and establish a plan of how do you literalize that? How do you evaluate that? You need to establish boundaries to see if that person really understands your values. If it creates constant arguments and it creates constant conflicts between you and your relationship with God and your aspirations, then it becomes a good guideline and a good value, rather a good measure of getting to understand what type of person you're really with. And that's just something I just wanted to kind of leave with you guys in terms of values and being a Christian, and why it's important to really think about that when you are dating. All right, other than that, thank you for watching. My name is Fidel. Other than that, do hit a like, do subscribe, do comment if you may. If you want me to talk about different kinds of topics or things that you would like me to engage with you about, do let me know in the comment sections and I'll put that up for you guys, okay?